Hey guys, welcome to another video. This question is coming from KILLSWITCH from the F2P clan. Shout out to KILLSWITCH there. He was wondering if I could do a video on the Orc Hunters and the Goblin Technicians, and maybe do a little talking about them, what's their best placement, and how good they work. So, Orc Hunters, obviously, I have a level 10 here now. 21,000 hit points. They actually have some damage range. It's 2x4x2. It's a rectangular, and they charge towards their target. And at a two range, they do 940 damage. So pretty good at they close the distance really fast and they do some good damage. So these are one of my top damage guys right now in my formations, and I use them in Chion, Ali, and Siondiok. Now the Goblin Techs, I didn't think they were going to be as good as they are, but here's the stats on level 10s. So they have the 5-minute cooldown. They place a cannon right off the bat, and then every 5 seconds they place one. They don't have a lot of health, so you got to be careful where you place these guys. They do crazy damage in Infinity Wars. They're really good. The cannons don't really draw a lot of, they don't really get attacked a lot. Neither does the Goblin Tech. So you got to kind of place him where he's not inadvertently attacked with other troops or whatever. So we're going to get into that. But also, yeah, in Infinity Wars, put him in the back, and I hook him up with Dracula, and they do usually, you know, I've had them 24 million, 50 million. They do insane damage. Okay. So we're going to go into my formations here and talk a little bit about it, and maybe run a couple. And I know I've kind of touched on this in some other ones, but here we have my my Siondiok formation, and I got the Goblin Techs on the side here, and the that Orc Hunter in the middle. So the Orc Hunter, how he attacks is he goes to whichever troop is closest off the get-go, whoever has his attention. So he's going to go and split up between the two stone golems that he can actually attack. Now, if there's Rhino Knights in the front, they generally go past the Rhino Knights and they'll hit whatever's behind it. So watch, these will split up, and oops, I'm sorry on the speed there, and they'll go to two different ones. Now your Goblin Techs are going to lay down their cannons there, and so I got ones going on the left hand side. He's just kind of getting out of the way and laying down cannons there, and the one cannon on the right is doing okay as well. Just one got placed down. The Goblin Tech got caught up, and so he died. The other one's throwing down cannons like it's nobody's tomorrow, and it's probably going to be the difference right there. The explosions have an AOE, so they hit a larger area. So you can hit one peltas there, and it's spreading out and hitting a couple there. So it's kind of nice. They do some pretty good damage once they get all the cannons rolling. They can be quite effective. So that's probably going to be the difference in this fight here, because you got stinking Arthur healing, and you got the cannons and stuff guy, and we're going to probably just wear this guy down through attrition. But obviously Arthur is pretty crazy, and this one looks like he is on complete steroids or something. Holy cow, is this a joke right now? Okay guys, so apparently there's some kind of a weird boost out there right now where heroes have gotten like 100% boost, and that looks like one of them. That was pretty crazy. Let's go and check out my okay, we're gonna train, and I'm going with my Ali here. Okay, so if this works out right for Ali, I put the Goblin Tech on the right hand side on the third row, and watch. So he lays down his first cannon, and that blocks Ali from walking. A huge problem I have with Ali is she'll wander into the main fight where all the meteor golems and the Yashas are. Okay, check out that wall. That's perfect. That wall she built out of cannons, or the Goblin Tech built out of cannons, will keep her from running in there. That's why I put that one there. Plus, the Goblin Tech usually doesn't get attacked from the rear. We're still going to probably lose this one, but you get to see how effective it was at keeping Allie from walking into the others. So that's what I like to do. All right, and once again, the cannons usually are like the last ones to die, guys. So they do start kind of slow, but they end up pretty good. So if we look at the damages here, you see the 272, and the Goblin Techs and Orc Hunters are usually your higher DPS guys. So there's 275 and 205, so they're doing pretty good. Now, I don't like to place the Goblin Techs towards the rear, because if you're fighting someone that has rear attackers, the Goblin Techs are super slow, and usually your Magic Apprentices and your Ghost Assassins, if you put your Goblin Techs back here, they're just going to die pretty much right away because of the area of effect that the Magic Apprentices have. They hit more stuff. If you put them towards the middle, if you're fighting against an alley, the nuke's going to take them out. I like to direct Alley's nukes toward the rear of my formation, so they're going to hit my frost archers and stuff. But if you have these guys on the sides, the nuke's probably going to miss them. I like either putting them here. When they place that first cannon, it helps draw the fire back towards the rear, as opposed to up here with my Chion. So I like to kind of keep them in the middle, but definitely with the alley formation, you want to put them on the third row. This is the best spot for me for alley, right next to there, and that keeps alley from doing stupid stuff like running in there. Okay, so what else? So the Goblin Tech. Oh, that's what I was going to touch on. I know in Hero Trials, I've been using the Goblin Tech in here, and it's been working pretty good. And so I'm running 2 Goblin Techs right now, and we'll give this one a shot. Might not win, we might, we'll see. But the Goblin Techs work here too, as far as like keeping Alley from running up into the center and getting killed. I tried to build the cannons there, so hello, what's going on here? So they kind of keep away from her. Oh, what was I saying? I got distracted by the automatic update. So normally my cannons, I get them all going out, because the cannons don't really draw. No one really goes after the cannons. No one like goes out of their way to attack them, it seems like. So the cannons seem to live like a long time. Looks like I'm probably going to lose this one. And normally in a fight, I don't think Chion gets frozen by the cannons either. And it doesn't, I don't think that, looks like I might win this one, and we still got a cannon. I did a fight the other day, and I had my two Goblin Techs in there, and they wound up with pretty much like 8 or 9 cannons, and they were just wrecking everybody, because no one really attacks the cannons. So towards the end of the fights, your cannons are still alive. So it works out really good, guys. Okay, so I forgot to show the damage. Anyways, they don't do crazy damage, but they do. They seem to stay on the battlefield a long time, and they do their thing. And also, I want to show you an Infinity War real quick also. Okay, I got my Goblin Techs in there, and this obviously is just going to be a little quick demonstration here, if they survive. Come on, don't kill my cannons. Once they get their cannons built, guys, they do really good damage in Infinity Wars. You put them towards the back. And I'm just doing, this is obviously my Infinity Wars formation, but I just kind of want to show you what kind of damage the cannons are going to do. So we'll stop it right there. Okay, is it going to give us a readout here, report? Okay, already 1 million. Already they're doing way more damage than everybody else. The Orc Hunters do pretty good damage too, but you can see that the Goblin Techs are just on another level here, guys. It's for Infinity Wars. So just to go over the placement, guys, don't put the goblin techs towards the rear. They tend to die too fast, and you want to put them on the outsides. Put them towards the outside of your formation. One thing about the orc hunters, you kind of got to be careful because they can push the enemy stone golem backwards. So I pulled them out of my formation for a little bit because they were pushing the enemy stone golem backwards, and my other troops weren't able to get to him. So the stone golem was living longer, if that makes sense. So you kind of got to watch your formation and see if it's a good fit for your formation or not, because they're not all super good for that. I like how they do split up and attack. One thing about the orc hunters, they do a lot of damage, guys, and they will charge in there and attack, and generally they don't get attacked by the enemy, so they can do some free damage. It's kind of like the magic apprentices, how they don't get attacked until the stone golem turns around or dies, and then your rear defenders attack the magic apprentices. It's a similar thing with the orc hunters. They go in there and attack, and everyone else is still trying to go get to your stone golem. So while your stone golem's alive, your orc hunters are doing some pretty crazy damage. So and as with the orc hunters, I mean, you could put them back here. Wherever they're going, they're going to charge to that enemy. I'm going to throw in my Selene formation here real quick to show you guys what they do with there's a Rhino Knights. So here they go. Okay, so they kind of go to the spot where the Rhino Knights are, and there's even some that'll chase the Rhino Knights, but others split off and attack the Peltas there. So it's just kind of a little different. But you can see is a little bit of how they fight is a little bit different. So, but a really cool troop, and they're highly effective. Let's look at the damage here. So 112, not a lot, but I find that my goblin techs do pretty much the highest damage versus Selene pretty consistently. They're like the top 5. So I thought I'd throw that out there as well. So guys, I hope this kind of helped out a little bit. Like I said, you can put the orc hunter pretty much anywhere, and he'll just run to that spot. He'll run right to who he's attacking from anywhere, no matter where you put him. So his charge is good, and he does that damage at the beginning. So right off the bat, especially with Siondiok and Selene, they give them a damage boost that first few seconds or whatever, so they can do a lot of damage. But you got to be careful if you're using Orc Hunter with Selene, because it can also draw damage. And so with Selene, I'm not a professional Selene player or anything, but you want pretty much everyone just to follow the Rhino Knights there. And if you have your Orc Hunters in there, they can attract the attention of the other troops and get the attention off the Rhino Knights, and then that's not good for you. So kind of a lot here, and I hope it was I tried to make it kind of in depth, so you guys could get a little better picture of what I'm dealing with. So for right now, for me, these are the best places to post you guys on the sides there, and they're great for blocking in your heroes to keep them from going where you want to go, and also block back your other troops too from walking forward. Like I said, just be careful of where you're placing them, because the goblin techs themselves don't have a lot of hit points, and so they die pretty quick if you put them in harm's way. So don't put them towards the rear. They tend to die really fast. So I know I kind of went over that already, but yeah. So thanks again, guys, for watching this video, and I appreciate the comments. Keep them coming, and I'll try to answer them with videos. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.